Good evening and welcome. Welcome to my live stream. Tonight, we're going to talk about how to fight the child protection system. That's CPS, what I call it. And stop taking our children automatically. Our children seem to be taken every time CPS comes to calling. And that's wrong. They're only supposed to take your children if they're in danger. And 99% of the time, they're not in danger. But the typical MO of the child protection system is that they come knocking at your door. You don't have to answer it, but you do. And you talk to them. You don't have to talk to them. And they ask for your children after they tell you that supposedly you were neglect or abusive with your child. That's a lot of things said to you right away. That's a lot of things said to you right away. Okay. Um, it is a warm welcome. You've come from either finding me on Facebook or YouTube. There are 7 rooms that link you up here with the room that I'm broadcast on, where I use StreamYard as a software application. It uses YouTube. There's also one YouTube that's connected. So I have 8 rooms that are connected here that when you're looking for CPS, you'll come here. And each of my rooms are good. They have special messages that you can go in there and so forth. Now, I mentioned the word child protection system. Every every agency, or I should say, every county in every state has an agency. Now, a common way to express all these agencies is the child protection systems. Now, each agency has a different name. Like in LA County, it's Department of Children and Family Services. In Orange County, and these are in California, by the way, are Child Protection Services. And in Prescott, Arizona, it's Department of Children's Services. And in Richmond, Kentucky, it's called the Cabinet. So when I say the word CPS, I mean all the public agencies, the government agencies that are protecting our children from abuse or neglect. That's what is supposed to happen there. Now, if you want to text me a question or a message, make it about CPS. Please state your first name and where you're from. And if you're from the United States, don't worry about putting your country. But if you're outside the United States, please list your country. I have about 25 countries that have called in or texted in over the last couple of years. Now, I've been doing this on a regular basis, twice a day, 7 days a week, month after month, year after year. I'm on my 25th month. I started in October of 2023. So I've done these without missing one day. Every day I am on twice a day. The times I'm in on twice a day are typically during the weekdays at 10 a.m. and on the weekends 8 a.m. Then in the evenings it's on 7 p.m. every night, every day of the week. And I'm here to help you. I'm not an attorney or lawyer. There's a banner scrolling down below that tells you the disclaimer, but I have a lot of intelligence and I have a lot of experience working with CPS, actually fighting CPS. I too was a victim of CPS, and my children were stolen and trafficked into CPS. I've also talked to over 22,900 people from around the world, including the US, all 50 states, that had a bad CPS agency. I call it a rogue agency. They automatically take your child when they're not in danger. They will come into your home and inspect it. And that's only because you make the mistake of letting them in your home. Now, you don't need to let them in your home. That's not necessary. Because your home is like your castle. It's one of my rules, rule number 3, that if they do show up, you don't let them in. You don't let them in, and you don't talk to them. If you meet them outside, you just ask them right away, is this a legal matter? If it is, you have the right to have a representation there of a lawyer being present at all facets of your time. That's what's important. And you can tell them to reschedule the meeting at some place. You want to make sure it's a public place. You certainly don't want it at their office or at your home, because they'll end up incriminating you further. You see, that's what you have to be careful about. That's what you have to be careful about. That's one of the dangers of talking to them or allow them in your home. It is bad news for them, for you guys. Now, the countries, some of the countries, the 25 countries have been Indonesia, Bangladesh, India, then up in the Middle East has been Saudi Arabia, and then it's been Iraq, and then it's been Libya. Then going to the continent of Africa, it's been Liberia, uh, Sudan, um, Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Mozambique, and South Africa and its provinces. Then we go to Europe. It's United Kingdom, England, Scotland, and Wales. And then Denmark and Sweden have also either text or called in. Now we go across the pond to North America, and we have Canada and its provinces. And then we have the United States, and all 50 states have talked to me. All 50 states have either talked to me or text me. Then we go, I've also heard from Washington, D.C. Then we go south of the border to Mexico. And further south in South America, north of Brazil on the east coast is Grenada. And then we go to the South Pacific, it's New Zealand, and the land down under, Australia, and all its states. So that's quite a representation of people. The one thing they all had in common was they ran into a rogue CPS entity, an entity that was determined to make your life miserable, to kidnap your children, to do terrible things against your family, and not do reunification. Not do reunification. Now, besides text me a message, you can also be a guest on my live stream. To be a guest, all you have to do is pick one of my 14 shows. You just say, I want to be a Bob's Sunday morning show, or Bob's Friday night show, or Wednesday morning show, or Monday night show. And you send that to my email. My email is Bob, and then it's Pace at Vincent W. Davis. It's on the banner on the screen. And you just request. You want to be on all 14 of them? You can. I can take up to 9 of you. The most I've had at one time has been 4. So it's well open for you guys to call and participate and help one another. You guys are really great help, and I love talking to all of my family. I mean, this morning I was talking to Leica from South Africa. They had good news and an organization she's starting up. There's so many people. I was talking to Rocky from New York about his brother, who he's trying to help out, that's been done wrong by CPS in Virginia. There's other people too. There's Do a Trick, which is Felicia from Oxnard, California, that has her 2 babies with her dad and has a CPS case in Ventura County, has a criminal case where she was wrongfully evicted, taking care of her mom at her mom's house. And now she has no place, and she's got another criminal charge of vagrancy, sleeping in a car on a dirt lot. Anyway, these people that come in here have really amazing stories to share, whether they're Missouri or Nebraska or Kansas. I have Betty Joe from Montana. I have Lisa Bartley from Montana. They both have terrible cases and terrible wrongdoing that has been done. So I'm here to share those stories to help you all with your CPS case. All you have to do is ask. Now, when you send me a request, I will forward it on to my show producer, Grace, who will send you the link that you paste in your browser. It's a link that will get you on StreamYard. If you get knocked off, the link is still good. So that'll be a link that you go to. The rules are simple. We are respectful to one another. And that goes for even right now. We want to be respectful. We're in here to talk about CPS. There's no profanity. We do not eat or smoke on the show. Also, we do not use the names of children, Social workers are the judges. So respect the privacy there. Those are the simple rules there to be a guest on my live stream. And then last, I have it so that if you want to call in, my number is 626 698 0990, and you can call in. Now, hey, Aaron from Tennessee, you got a E. You got me. All right. All right, welcome, Aaron. I'm so glad to see you. Aaron is a special name. That's the name my firstborn is Aaron. Spells the same way too. She also was born a month later on the same day that my daughter was born. So that was really great. That's really great. But she has a horrible case. They're eliminating her parental rights. They want to have her no longer have her educational medical rights. So she has a horrible case and she's trying to fight it there. I have a lot of good people that call in here, and how I determine things is based on what they present in here. And I try to share that with you, so I help you. That's why I came up with my 5 rules. That's why I came up with my 5 rules. What's new, Aaron? You got anything to tell me? I'd love to hear something from you. Give a moment for Aaron to put it together. Okay, Aaron says she has nothing new. I have wrote out a constitution challenge to the evident standard applied in the TPR proceeding for my county. Well, I'm glad you did because termination of your parental rights is very serious, Aaron. And I know that you're using a court appointed attorney. So okay. I like to hear about that. Now, if you want legal advice, there's a number on my screen called 888-888-6582. You can contact the law office of Vincent W. Davis. When you call that number, you'll talk to a receptionist, and you can ask the receptionist what the fees are to talk to Mr. Davis. And also, you can get books or guides or find out the scheduling of our live stream. Also, you can set up time with Mr. Davis. Now, Mr. Davis is reached at the number 888-888-6582. And with that being said, you can hire Mr. Davis. Right now, he's told me that the approximate retainer for LA County in California, where his office is, to take on a case is approximately $5,000. If you at $500 an hour attorney. Now, that's the approximate value. That's not the entire value, because it all depends on the complexity of your case. It depends on the complexity of your case. And also how long the case has been going on. How long the case has been going on. That sounds quite a challenge, Aaron, to write that thing out. Now we can call in and talk to me at 626 698 0990. Now, I have 5 rules that I've come up with. The rules are very basic. Rule 1 is you need an attorney. You are faced with a really serious matter when CPS comes a knocking at your door. They're a government agency where 50% of the time that they're bad. Oh, great. We got a caller. Good evening. And this is Bob Pace with the live stream. Who do I have the pleasure of talking to?
Good evening to you too. This is Miss Russell.
Hi, Miss Russell, and a warm welcome to you. And what part of the world are you from, Russell?
I'm out here in Lancaster, California.
Okay, I know where that is. That's a pretty flat area.
And very dry.
Yeah, it can be very dry, but you get snow, which is nice.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give you a call and reach out and thank you for what you do. And thank you for putting the time in.
That is awful sweet of you. I know it is. It is a hard thing, day after day, week after week, month after month, and even year after year. I at first started, I didn't think I'd last that long. And the thing is I do this 7 days a week. That's 14 shows, live streams a week. That's amazing that I'm able to help people.
Yes, and you really do. The Vincent Davis law firm has helped me as well.
Oh, good,
and I
good.
see a lot of change in people's lives that need to be educated and need the support to stop having their children taken away. And a lot of
So
times
easily
the
taken away.
lawful,
Yes, yes, because we don't know.
yes,
We don't know what to do.
exactly.
That's the
Mm-hmm.
hardest thing to do because you're dealing with a government agency. There's a scare factor. And when the police show up with the social workers, that's intimidation factor. So that's double
Mm-hmm.
whammy. And, we are taught to respect the government and the police, but we not taught that they can be corrupt or bad wrong. I've found out from my studies, from talking to 2,900 some people around the world and around the United States, all 50 states, that 50% of the child protection systems are corrupt. That means you have a 50-50 chance getting a fair shake when they come out there. They have somehow thinking that every parent is a bad parent. And
Yes,
that's not true. Parents may have exhibit some bad decisions or did some wrong, but they can be rectified. These studies have
absolutely.
Yeah, and studies have shown that the best parents to raise our children is our biological parents, and it's sad when they want to take the children and put them into foster care, and then the children get abused. There's so much
Yes,
abuse
they do.
going to
Yes,
foster
it
care.
is.
And I've talked to foster mothers, I've talked to social workers. I've had two social workers on the show so far. Had one just recently the other night, and then I've had one in from Maryland, and they talk for 40 minutes, and they're just appalled when they hear what I have to share with them because it's
Mm-hmm.
not a true world out there. You got to be careful. You really got to be careful.
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
mean, was yours handling by LA County?
Yes, it was out here, and I'm sad to say that it's a lot of the same thing what you have always discussed and advocated for that I'm seeing going on right here in the community out here.
Yeah, and I say that sometimes it's where neighbors that don't like the way your yard's growing or don't like your dog barking, so they'll call in and make a
This is
false
true.
report. It's a false report. If they have
Absolutely.
vindictive thing, they say, "Oh well, I'll get that neighbor. I'll just make up a false report." Well, that's very damaging. It's a waste of government workers, spend the time to investigate. It's very unsettling to upset a
Taxpayers'
family,
dollars.
and especially
Yes.
when some of the people they call in don't even have children. It's so ridiculous. They'll call in and say their three children running wild, there's no supervision, and they go investigate, and the guy and the girl don't even have children. So it's um,
Mm-hmm.
it's it's really, 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 really sad. It really is.
So
And
what else can we do? What else
well,
can we do?
some people like Leica, who's been a regular listener from South Africa, has formed an organization that she's going to try to make things right. Other people have formed rallies and marches. I think Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, is looking into the corruptness of social services and to
Mm-hmm.
the child protection system. And they're investigating. In fact, I have a phone number, I have their website, and I have their email address that you can send your stuff to. It's going to be up to the
Okay.
people, the people talking to the senators, talking to the representatives. Right now, I don't like our government because it's too much political, meaning that, well, it's the Republican or it's the Democrats. It should not be. I think when we have a president elect, then we should be behind the president and support over the next 4 years. If we don't like what he's doing, we should all work together to make another party to take over after the 4 years. But ever since elections it's been a constant battle. And the guy has tried to
Right.
live up to his campaign promises. And so,
And they
yes,
don't. And they
yeah,
don't.
they don't. And it's so now we're faced with 40 million people without food stamps. That's hard
And that's a whole lot. Yes, it is. It's disheartening because the
because,
majority of them are children.
yes, and that's the thing is our children then are not going to be fed. And it's all because of the politics. And, you know, it's really sad. It really is sad that they don't just stop what they're doing and say, all right, We'll temporarily vote this in. We'll work on the other issues. But the Democrats don't want to release it because they're trying to use leverage to try to get
Mhm.
changes either stopped from the medical programs or they don't want they want everybody to receive food stamps. They don't want just the people of the United
Mhm.
States. You see, we've had an open door policy in our country
Mhm.
now for 4 years. So it's very hard to eliminate all these people without picking up wrong people, maybe, or suspected people. But the children are really caught in it. It really is a hard
Mhm.
thing and sadness because we love our children. We love
Yes,
I miss my
absolutely.
children. My last two children have moved out and one's 20, one's 25 and they've decided to have their place on their own and it's okay. Um I hate for that to happen. I hate to see it go, but it did.
Yeah.
And in fact, my uh, young son came by. He comes by on Tuesday and Thursday because he goes to school, but he rides the bus to school, and his new apartment is too far from the bus. So he rides his bike here, parks his bike here, and takes off for school. And I see him in the morning, but I guess at night I was out and I didn't see him again. So he's out and about. He's out and about. But what was your case involving? Was it involving how many children?
Well, my case was involving three children, and the landlord was calling in to gain the property and increase rent
Oh boy.
without making repairs and even sabotage property, um, tormented kids, and planted insects. It just really went terrible. And there was two open referrals that have been closed and investigated. So on the very last one, with it being open, there was allegations. And because this case is still pending, I can't speak too much on it and give too much
No,
information
that is
about it.
fine. That's fine. I respect that.
Hmm. But it was very poorly and unfair what they did, as far as giving the family true proper reunification services. There was delays in counseling and other issues that were going on. And I guess what I'm looking at here is, along with what you are saying, I've experienced a lack of moral ethics when it comes to the writing of these reports that go out to the court.
Right, right.
And their word is very powerful. Their pen is very powerful. And they can take a situation and turn the family into the worst. And it just seems like I see a lot of families going through similar things, especially around 2020. I've seen a lot of families either in court or losing their homes or in some type of eviction process with their landlord and fighting for their children and being treated like this in court, where they don't have the education that they need to navigate through this system. So I ended up realizing these things, becoming educated in certain areas, and I think this platform will be very beneficial to a lot of families that are out there if it can be advertised more,
Right, right.
especially with the services that are also other available for just legal advice, um, finding good resources, and knowing your rights. Because often they do, they come in, they get you to sign something, you're trying to comply with them, and then it just takes that, and now they're taking away your children, your joy, your peace, um, your home setting, and it's just been devastating to my family.
Yeah, I could imagine that. We were not trained about this agency or even made aware of it. I mean, it's a life skill that should be talked about over your school years. You see, we used to have a lot of life skills in school, but they've eliminated a lot of life skills now. And one of the areas should be talking about CPS because
Mhm.
it's supposed to protect our children, but 1,000 children every day go unreported that should be reported.
Mm. And it's true. I mean, my children were placed in a home that did not take care of what I call general basic needs. They were dirty. They were malnourished. They had missed doctor's appointments. Um, their dental care wasn't kept. Their hygiene wasn't kept. And there were signs of abuse that were reported. And all there was retaliation and lashback from county council and social workers. And this is a place area where plenty of children have lost their lives either from being put in foster care or remaining in homes that were clearly dangerous to the children.
Right. Well, one of the
So,
things I think about is the communication gap between the children and their parents. You see, once the
mm-hmm,
children are kidnapped into foster care, there's
that's
alienation
what it
goes
was.
on. They're not supposed to talk
And
to
that's what they
parents about the
did. And
case.
it's affected the
Yeah,
relationship with my children. You're absolutely right. I'm sitting here witnessing and seeing everything that you're saying that's taking place and doing all that I can do. They make it as if it's never enough.
I agree. I agree. It's uh, it's the alienation, which is illegal, by the way. But
Yes, it is.
my children were taught not to hug their parents when we saw and visited. They were. It was terrible. My son was punished because he drank too much orange juice, or his points were taken away. They had a thing where they had lots of points, and then he was very demeaned when he lost his points because he did something wrong. Or it's how they really uh, and they make the parents to be the bad people. You're in here because your parents did this or that, or you're in here. They don't know the whole truth. And when you see your child, you can't say, that, hey, look, we're doing these parenting classes, these programs. We're going to get you back. We love you. It's not your fault. Sorry you have to
Exactly.
undergo this foster
Right.
care routine or your schooling and stuff. Their whole life is interrupted. You know, um,
Exactly.
I was really
Mm-hmm.
saddened how much effect it had on my children. It really did. It really did.
Mm-hmm. And it still does.
Yep.
And
Now, did
it's
you
just
have a
unfortunate.
did you have a partner with your three children, or you did this all alone?
No, of course, I have a husband, and he is the father of all five of my children. And we
Okay.
have two grown adult children that are 26 and 28. And it just seemed like that when the services came in, we never got proper family reunification down to the letter of the law. It seems as if a lot of the court order was being ignored and not disclosed. Or at the time, I wasn't educated to understand these minute orders and didn't have an attorney to take the time to explain them. And the social workers were only working for the children. And this is a battle that's not over. I'm not going to give up. I just want to encourage. And I think there is a way for us to gain a big vision to help all these families out here. And so my heart just is going out today. I wanted to go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button. I like what you guys are doing.
Oh, thank you.
And
Thank you very much.
yeah, I just really feel it's a lot of kids that are being affected. It's a lot of families that are being affected. And they have no one to turn to when they become adults. Because after the system has phased them out and they're done getting money and getting paid for these children. And yes, a lot of lost and missing, exploited children are coming from foster care.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a tough one. Um, did it help you to I mean, did you do this without an attorney or did you use a court appointed attorney?
believe I was in a situation where I trusted the system.
Yeah.
I believed in a system. I believed in truth. I believe in my capability to prove that I'm capable of continuing to take care of my children. I have 10 grandchildren.
Wow.
And
Wow.
that was where I failed, where I had faith in the system and not needing a paid attorney. And dealing with these social workers' harsh attitudes, and what they're writing in these reports on some of these families.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah. There has to be some accountability, and unfortunately, sometimes it's going to take us a long time to get that. This system is a little bit corrupt. I believe there are people out there that care and that fight against this, and of course, they get lashed back. I mean, I got lashed back for reporting the right things.
Right.
So of course, workers that are doing their job, they're getting that lashback too. So sometimes they just want to side up and cover up each other. And no, that was my big regret, was not looking and searching for an attorney that was going to meet my needs and be within my means to fight for my rights.
Yeah, that's the hard thing about getting attorneys. They're very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've been telling people to look into legal insurance. There are insurance companies that will insure you that if you have a legal matter, like say a DUI, let's say one of your children gets arrested for a DUI. Well, there are legal insurance companies that will, if you pay them, just like you pay your car insurance or medical insurance, stuff like that, there is legal insurance. So I encourage people to look into that. A lot of people don't do
I
that
definitely
because
will.
they don't, but I encourage them to do that. So it is it is a hard thing. It really is. It's very very hard, and difficult.
But we can get through it. There's a lot of good on this side, and that's what's important. So thank you, Bob. I really appreciate you and Mr. Davis and his law firm, his attorneys, and I really appreciate your cast. And
Yeah.
I'm going to tell a lot of people and try to lead them into this information as well. You know, there's a lot of families out here that are suffering. There's a lot of people that are looking for answers that I would want to see go the right way with the right education instead of being railroaded and having their kids robbed out of their lives too.
Right. Right. Right.
Thank you, love. Good night.
Yeah, you're gonna go ahead and leave. Let me look at
Yeah.
our time now is about we're about 1 minute. So you ended the show just right at
All
7:59,
right.
and I have to end my show in 1 minute. So this is good. I'm glad that
Okay.
you called in, and I want to thank you again,
Thank you.
Russell from Lancaster,
Mm-hmm.
California. Thank you for sharing your story and for
Lancaster.
talking to you. And God
You're
bless you.
welcome.
And I'll see you again one
God
other
bless
time.
you.
Come back. I'm on twice a day, 7 days a week. So I'll see you, Russell.
I'll check
Take
it
take
out as
care.
always.
All right. All right. Bye bye.
Okay.
That was a very pleasurable woman from Lancaster, who had a CPS case that concludes that yes, they are bad out there. They do put you through the hoops. I know Aaron will talk see and thank you, Aaron, for being a part of my live stream. And we have a new person here called Michael Carlin Retera. Well, glad to see you. Welcome, Michael. I'm at the end of my show, but I'll be on again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we can talk further, or tomorrow night if you want to at 7 p.m. We can talk there, Carlin. What part of the world are you from, Carlin? If you could tell me what part of the world you're from. All I really need, I don't need to know Just your city and state is all I need to know, or your county. And if you're outside the country, that's good. Hey, Bartley, I just get ready to sign off. I'm glad to hear from you, Bartley. I missed you for a couple days. Bartley is from Montana. She's one of my regulars, and she just popped in tonight. So um, I just tuned in when I see you. I'm in Idaho. We've talked recently. Oh, yeah, I do remember a person from Idaho. Yes, I do remember. So we have someone from Montana tonight, Bartley. We have Michael from Idaho. And we have Russell from Lancaster who talked on the phone, and Aaron from Tennessee. I want to thank all of you for being a part of my live stream. And you had court today. How did it go, Bartley? How did it go? I got to stay longer to see how it went. Tell me. I want to hear what happened. You'll be on soon tomorrow then. Okay, well, you can tell me. I can wait till tomorrow, but can you tell me, did it go good? Did it go good today in court, Bartley? I want to hear that. I want to hear that. Well, well, I know he's not home yet, but hopefully you're going in that right direction. Now, I'm going to take down my phone number and put in the Department of Government Efficiency. That's a federal website that will help you with your CPS case. If at first you try to work it out with the county through either the supervisor, the manager, or the director, and that doesn't work out, then you go to the state, state capitol and talk to the civil rights coordinator and try to get your matter resolved. If that doesn't work out, you can go to the federal government. They have a website with phone numbers. The phone numbers do work. The area code 202, which is the White House. I've called them both. And they have an email address. It's doge@mail.house.gov that you can send in your complaint or your problem with CPS. They'd love to hear from you. They'd love to hear from you. So I'm going to leave that Doge up there for a little bit. And I'm going to, yes, Michael, thank you very much. Good night. I'm going to play a video right after I end this live stream. Please do not give up. Keep fighting for your child. Come here if you feel discouraged. I'll try to turn your discouragement around. I care what happens to you, and I care about your children that have been wrongly taken by CPS. And I'll help you any way I can to get them back with you as your family. I'll help you out with reunification and my 5 rules that I've come up with that will help you fight CPS. So it was a pleasure meeting y'all and talking to you. Good night, and watch the video when I end my live stream. This is Bob Pace signing off. God bless.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against it, it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last ones left. Put your